Hello fellow scouts, this is Tazilon for a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film here in Sand River Assault Offense North American server. I'm in my Pz38nA. And this is was kind of a good morning because this particular battle was the 4th ace mission in a string of 6 consecutive ace missions for me in this tank. 2 battles ago I had one that was a 1,620 XP. It would have qualified for the Hall of Fame, except we've had so many entries that we've lifted the qualifying score up above that, so it didn't make it in. But this out of the 6 is the highest score, and this one does make it into the Hall of Fame. We have 3 artillery on the enemy team, 2 on ours, but we have 2 artillery up near the top of our lineup. 1 scout on the enemy team, 2 on ours. They have 4 heavies, 4 mediums, 3 TDs, pretty balanced. We have 3 TDs, 3 heavies, 5 mediums, so we have a little bit of mobility advantage on them, which could come into play in this battle. Because it's a wide open map, and having mobile tanks in sand is a definite advantage. A lot of it's going to come down to, I think, does the T-21 try to counter me in the middle? Do I get to sit up there and spot? How effective are we going to be at using my spots if we get them? And I'm telling you right now, this is a long battle, so sit back. We win this with 36 seconds to go. It really started to get pretty uncomfortable at the end because we never made much progress in the first half of the fight. We only had 3 kills. We were getting spots, we just weren't killing anything. And it really I thought we were going to lose. I really thought we were going to lose as we got into the end stages of this fight. Cromwell's moving back into the town. I'm thinking about blasting through buildings, but I decided, nah, it's too much wasted ammo, and I'm glad I didn't do that because I almost burned up all my ammo in this fight. There's the Hellcat. There's the T-21, important knowledge for me because he's the guy most likely to expose me over here. I've seen one of the Cromwells in the village. The T-21 is down at the east end of the gully here. I'm shooting at the T-29, but I doubt I'm going to hurt him from this distance, so I'm going to stop firing at him. And our Cromwell B's taking on the T-21. Hopefully he kills him. I'm going to shoot at the KV-2 while I can without him seeing me, because KV-2s end my career really fast if they hit me. T-21 dies, that's cool. E2 though is moving down here to where if I try to pull up to spot, he's going to proxy spot me, so I have to back off a little bit. It looked like he was going over into this area, so if I just wait a little bit, if he shows up over there, I'll be able to pull up and get spots even with him 70, 80 meters away. I'm testing right now to see if we proxy each other. We don't, so he's moved out of that area that I have to worry about, and there he is. Fine. I can light up the KV-2 again. Hopefully somebody takes him out. I can't go face to face with him, so I take a snapshot and back up right away. Yes, GW Panther kills him. Now we have to get rid of this E2. Once the E2's gone, I can probably pull back up and spot again. Cromwell's waiting to snipe a dune back, so I need to not expose myself. There's the KV-85. I don't think I can hurt him at this angle. I'll take a shot and see what happens.
That one didn't go through.
E2's gone. Now I can pull back up and get spots. We're past the 3 minutes into the fight, and we've only killed 3 tanks, so we're falling behind the clock, and it just gets progressively worse here for a while. There's the Firefly. I can take a couple shots at.
Enemy armor is damaged. Critical hit.
And the Hellcat returns. He backs up as soon as he takes damage. Come on, Firefly, pull back up here. Two of our heavies are sitting back here on the hill, and that's not helping us at all because we need their big guns up toward the front of the battle, not back in the back sniping.
Critical hit. Enemy armor is hit. We didn't even scratch them.
T-29 is just too far away for me to shoot accurately enough to try to get damage from that distance. So I stop, see if I can hit the Jackson. Definitely possible for me to hurt the Jackson, but I just wasn't hitting him in the right place. And now we're over halfway into the fight. We've only had 4 kills. This doesn't add up to a win. We're down a tank, and time starts becoming our enemy here. We're going to have to attack. Firefly's coming forward, so I'll shoot him again. I'll balance him again is basically what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep him lit up and see if anybody shoots him. Nobody's really in a good position to do it. So now I have to worry about the Firefly proxy scouting me. Go get a shot at the 100 wide, but don't hit. With him turned right toward me, there's no way I'm hurting him. At 468, I can, but it'd be really hard to put it where I need it. Okay, Hellcat's out where I can hit him. Oop, and he dies. Now let's go get the Firefly. If the Firefly dies, I can run into the back of the enemy flank to the southwest and start looking for their arty. We're under 3.5 minutes now, and we haven't even killed half their tanks. I mean, it's just terrible. I'm thinking at this point we're going to lose. We have to attack. We don't have a choice, and I'm saying that we need to attack. Doesn't matter whether we're TDs, mediums, heavies, whatever. You reach a point in a fight, and it comes rather quickly in assault, where it doesn't matter what tank you are. Your only chance to win in a situation like this is to press forward and win and shoot. You can't sit back and snipe forever. We've done that for almost, well, over 7 minutes now, and we haven't achieved the kill rate that we need to go on to victory. So our only option left is to everybody rush forward and see if we can pull out a win somehow. Clock is really our enemy now. We're under 3 minutes. We still have 7 tanks, 8 tanks to kill. There's one already, and he's been running from me. Jackson off in the distance. He shoots and misses. I'm going to try to keep the M41 blocking the Jackson. E25 shooting the Jackson. I'm going to pull up and try to help. But now we're under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Bounce. I need to hit the side of him. I hit this man. We have the numbers tank-wise are now in our advantage, 10-9, but clock-wise, 2 minutes to go, 5 tanks to kill. GW Panther's rotating, and then he stops, so he's getting gangbanged by 2 tanks and he dies. 304 off in the distance, I'll shoot at him, hopefully take him out. Bounce. Miss. Hit. He fires, he dies. 3 tanks to go, 1 minute 30 seconds left to go. 2 heavies and their Cromwell. Their Cromwell's pretty beat up. I know where the T-29 is. I also know that from the front, I'm not doing anything to him. And there's the Oni, and I don't really want to go take him on in the town. I don't have enough mobility anyway, let alone trying to slog over buildings. So the Cromwell's hurt. I can kill the Cromwell in 2 shots. I'm going to go in after him. Hopefully the buildings protect me from the Oni, and I can pick this Cromwell off, and my other teammates can start pounding on these other big tanks. Cromwell dead, 1 minute to go. Backing up, somebody killed the M12 killed the Oni, perfect. I backed down off the terrace there just to keep the T-29 from shooting me. Now, 40 seconds to go, I have to go in and try to kill him. Yeah, awesome. GW Panther does it for me. I'm not a great tank to go against the T-29 unless I get in closer beside him and behind him. But there wasn't any choice. Had to go for it if we wanted to win. There's actually 38 seconds left on the clock when we pull out the win. Our arty were really significant because they got kills on the 2 heavies right at the end there. They helped out a ton at the end. I end up in this battle 1,367 damage, 2 kills, 39 of 55 shooting, that's 71%. 1,163 spotting damage, assisted damage 8 spots, lost 36,530 credits. And as you can see, I ended the fight with only 5 rounds of ammo, so I didn't have much left to try to do to help. I got 2,019 XP and survived the fight, got a Confederate medal, and then got spotter, fire for effect, and bruiser mini medals, and that gives me a battle score of 2,064, which puts this mission 6th place in the current Pz38nA list. So a decent battle, but one in which it really looked like we weren't going to win simply because we wasted the first half of the battle with some of our key tanks sitting in the back not providing effective fire support, and it really put the pressure on the rest of us, particularly the arty, to perform well in the end. And fortunately they came through and did an outstanding job, and that enabled us to win. I was spotting up in the middle ridge. Their T-21 never challenged me. A couple people came in and went down this way and forced me to back up because they might proxy spot me, but no defender ever came up the ramp and tried to kick me out of there. So it wasn't a huge player in the fight, but it did make a difference because I was able to keep people spotted along the ridge lines in the dunes, and that at least let us know where people were. And it ended up with a little over 1,000 damage, which was significant, but not as effective as you are sometimes from up in that middle ridge. But it's all because of our TDs were set up well over here. Our heavies were like, you almost cost us the fight, dudes. You needed to get in there and fight. That's your job. You weren't sniper tanks. But be that as it may, they stayed up there. We managed to find a way to win anyway. Hats off to the arty again, because they really won the fight for us at the end. And let me say this. When there was about halfway to go in the fight, I realized that time was our biggest enemy at that point. So once the Hellcat and the Firefly died on this end, I knew I had to run to the back. And I knew if my TDs didn't come with me, there was no way we were going to pull this fight out. So I tried to tell everybody, hey, we need to attack. It'd be nice to type even more and explain why, but you don't have that advantage. So you have to try to be clear in short text messages, and saying we need to attack is like, that's about all the time you get to do while you're trying to fight. Don't just rush ahead silently. Try to at least alert your team to the fact that if they don't come with you, you're going to lose. It doesn't always work. Sometimes when you type it, it may wake somebody's brain up to the fact that, hey, we're running out of time. Because a lot of times, and I know you've done it, everybody's done it, you get caught up in a battle and you don't even pay attention to the clock, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, there's only 30 seconds left. It's too late to win. So keep your eye on the clock and send out reminders if you're starting to lose the battle of time. Remind your team, hey, we don't have the time to goof around, we need to attack. And sometimes they will pay attention to you and come with you, and then you end up with timely arty shots, in this case pulling out a win when it was really likely we were going to lose this. Watch your clock, pay attention to it, make sure your team knows if it's starting to turn against them. From Sand River Assault Offense, happy hunting.